Let's turn now to a repeated claim from President Trump.
As you know, groceries are down. It's all down.
Groceries are down.
Our groceries are down. Grocery prices are way down. Prices are way down. Groceries are down. Everything's down.
So frequently repeated, those clips are just from the past 2 weeks alone. But what are the facts? Newly released inflation data shows that grocery prices are actually up again last month and have been on the rise since President Trump took office in January.
What's up, everybody? Made you retire. Patriot Ojeda here. And was it worth it, MAGA? Was it worth losing everything? Your farms, your savings, your health care, just to own the libs? Because that's where we are. The grocery prices you cheer Trump for fixing, they're higher now than ever.
The average price of groceries rose 0.3% from August to September. On average, grocery prices are about 1.4% higher than in January when President Trump took office. And they're 2.7% higher than they were at this point last year.
The farms he promised to save, folding. The jobs he swore were coming back, gone. And while you're out here waving flags for a man who's been lying to your face for years, even CNN's Jake Tapper, hardly a liberal firebrand, just laid out the receipts.
And we can break it down even further because every category of groceries has seen price increases over the last year. Most shockingly, coffee, which is up 18.9%. as well as beef and veal, up 14.7%. Now, economists say it's normal for grocery prices to rise over time, but we need to point out that two of President Trump's signature policies, his tariffs on imported goods such as coffee, and his crackdown on illegal immigration, which impacts many workers, especially in the agricultural industry, are certainly contributing to the spike, according to economists.
Trump keeps saying groceries are down, everything's down, and Tapper rolled a montage so absurd it gave new meaning to the old saying, sure, tell me another lie before that one gets cold. Because the truth, groceries aren't down, they're up. And the same policies Trump bragged about, tariffs, labor crackdowns, all of it, are the reason you're losing your asses. So again, I'll ask, was it worth it?
I'm afraid because as it is, my Social Security is very minimal. I'm afraid that I won't be able to afford those so-called lower grocery prices that he promised. I'm afraid for others. I am afraid for the children. I am afraid for seniors who are older than me. He's the president. He's supposed to be in it for the good of the people, not for him and his oligarch.
This man lies every single time he opens his damn mouth. And now those lies are coming home to roost. The consequences are right here, staring every American straight in the face. Across this country, millions of families who rely on food assistance have just found out that come November, they're not going to get their SNAP benefits. Not because the money's gone. It's not. The government has the funds sitting in an emergency account. They're just refusing to use it. So who gets hurt? Not just poor Democrats. It's also the millions of poor Republicans, the same folks who cheered for Donald Trump, who actually make up the majority of welfare recipients in this country. You see, it's not the brown people. It's not the immigrants. It's not the LGBTQ community or anyone else MAGA loves to scapegoat. It's them, themselves, because poverty doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care what color you are, where you live, or what hat you wear. But stupidity sure as hell does. And the stupidity we're seeing out of MAGA built fences so high, it keeps the truth and the smart people out.
This is because of Republicans. I mean, they are refusing to cooperate. They are refusing to come back to the table until they say the government reopens, but we can't trust them.
This is from Jill Nixon. She's the executive director of the Food Depot. It is a food bank in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
How long is this sustainable?
Wow. It's not. It won't be from the first day. For every meal that a food bank provides, the SNAP program provides 9. There's no way we can meet that gap. There's no way we can replace every single one of those meals. It is not sustainable for food banks to fill this gap. We were not built to do this. We will stand out there and we will do our very best.
Trump's promises are spinning around like a tornado of cognitive dissonance. A bitter pill they keep trying to swallow with a grin. You wanted to own the libs? Congratulations. You just owned your own damn dinner table. You know, this isn't just politics. This isn't just some debate on cable news or a number on a spreadsheet. This is real life for millions of people. I taught in southern West Virginia for years, and I've seen what poverty really looks like. I've seen kids jumping over cafeteria tables to grab extra corn dogs and shove it into their purses. Not because they were greedy, but because that was dinner. Because there was nothing waiting for them at home except an empty fridge and a cold house. That's what happens when politicians slash safety nets and call it reform. That's what happens when you let people like Donald Trump turn cruelty into a brand. And the sad part, the very people who voted for him, the one he used as props, the ones who thought that he was sticking it to the libs, they're the ones paying the highest price. He didn't just betray you, he targeted you. You thought he was punishing somebody else, but he was punishing you. He convinced you to cheer while he gutted your health care, raised your costs, and drove your neighbors out of work. And those immigrant workers you were told to hate, they were the ones keeping your farms alive, keeping the shelves stocked, keeping your local diner open. You ran them off, and now you can't figure out why nothing works. Poverty doesn't care what party you belong to. It doesn't care about your slogans or your skin color. They've been counting on your anger, your fear, and your willingness to believe that someone else is to blame for your pain. And while you're busy fighting your neighbors, they're getting rich off of your struggle. That's the America Donald Trump built, a country where the working class fights each other while the wealthy cash in on the wreckage. And while you're sitting at home wondering how you're going to pay for groceries, Trump is out here helping Argentina. Yeah, the president of Argentina, the Trump bootlicker who handed Elon Musk a giant chainsaw like it was a damn trophy. That guy. He's the one Trump's cozying up to while American farmers are going broke. And you know what's really going on? It's money laundering dressed up as foreign policy. Trump's dumping cash into Argentina, and you can bet it's being funneled through shell operations, back channel deals, and billionaire buddies. Because Donald Trump will always take care of the people who kiss his ass. He'll help a foreign strongman before he helps an American farmer. He'll send your tax dollars overseas before he'll save a single crop in Iowa or Kansas. And for what? Power, control, leverage. This is how it works. The collapse of your farms isn't a tragedy to them. It's a business plan. When your land goes under, the same billionaire donors funding J.D. Vance and Trump's political machine swoop in and buy it up for pennies on the dollar. They don't see loss, they see opportunity. They'll own the fields, the grain, the supply chain, and eventually they'll own you. Control the food, control the people. That's the end game. And Trump's just the middleman making it all happen. He'll sell out this country one handshake at a time. And he'll do it while convincing his followers it's all part of America first. But the truth is, America isn't first. You're last. He's destroying his own farmers to feed his own ego. He's gutting your future so a bootlicker with a chainsaw can keep smiling for the cameras. Yeah, so ask yourself, MAGA, when your farm's gone, when your grocery bill breaks you, when your kids have to leave your hometown to survive, was it worth it? Was it worth losing your country just to cheer for a man who sold it off piece by piece? You know, sometimes I just sit back and I think about how far we've fallen as a country. We used to be proud to take care of one another. We used to believe that hard work meant something. Now we've got people cheering for their own damn destruction because they think it makes somebody else mad. You voted for this man because you thought he was going to stick it to someone else. You thought that he was going to hurt the people you didn't like, the brown folks, the immigrants, the poor, the gay, the different. And what did he do? He turned around and stuck it right to you. He wrecked your farms. He drained your savings. He sold out your future and called it freedom. He made you hate your neighbor while he made a deal with billionaires who wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. And you still chant his name. You wear his hat. You still believe every damn word that comes out of his damn mouth. You think Donald Trump gives a damn about you? He wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. He doesn't care about your family, your job, your town, or your your country. All he cares about is power, and you're the battery that keeps him running. So let me tell you something. This country doesn't belong to billionaires and bootlickers. It belongs to us, the working class, the people who get up every morning and bust their asses to keep this nation moving. The people who deserve better than to be lied to, used, and discarded by a man who's never done an honest day's work in his life. So yeah, you wanted to own the libs? Congratulations. You owned your farm going under. You owned your family losing health care. You owned your kids going hungry. You owned your own damn misery. And while you're standing there in your red hat blaming the wrong people, the real enemy is cashing another check off of your pain. Wake the hell up, America. Stop falling for con men in red ties and fake smiles. Start standing with the people who actually give a damn about you. Because this fight isn't about left or right anymore. It's about right versus wrong. You wanted truth? Well, here it is. You're not owning the libs. You're not owning the elites. You're being owned by the very man you worship. And if that doesn't piss you off enough to finally stand up and fight back, then maybe you deserve exactly what you're getting. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.